So regardless of a rewrite, as it relates to the covered applications, and what is an application, we're going to take this opportunity to just talk about the application process in general. I think the practice or the process of, and I know many of you have done this or in the process of doing it, but the who, what, when, where, how, why, as it relates to your application process. There aren't too many banks in this country that can say they've got it perfect when it comes to commercial loans. It probably is in the area of where they've been sticking their heads in the sand. I was guilty of this at one point too. I mean, the banks I worked in, the consumer process, we had them down. I mean, they were easy, dotted I's, crossed T's. Go talk about the application process with commercial lenders, and it made me just want to stick my head in the sand because there was zero consistency. And then we had, lenders have been doing it for 30 years telling me that I shouldn't be telling them how to do business because they've been doing it. I mean, you've been there, right? There's some cleanup to be done here. And so I think we'll start with this, identifying any pre-existing issues. Whoops, there we go. You've got them. And I know we covered this in a session. I want to say it was last year. We went into some deep dive here, but I want to remind you that, this is a good time since you've got some leverage here. You've got their attention to, let's not lose this, regardless of what happens with the rewrite or the bills or whatever, let's not let this go. Let's make sure we clean this up. Because if it's not 1071 today, it's going to be something else tomorrow. Hey, you can almost bet on that. The other thing is watching for red flags along the way. These are the two warnings we've shared with you several times. Hey, your data, what's on your chart, right? We talked about that. If everything looks like it's approved and you don't have any denied, withdrawn, or incomplete applications, that's a red flag because there's no way everybody in your bank's saying yes to every commercial application. You've got people that come in, call, and they want to do some startup for whatever. I'm sure you've told them no. Those technically are applications. And probably the biggest disconnect is application, oral or written request versus completed app. Completed app is just simply something that starts the 30-day clock. Compliance starts with that other definition of an application. So again, I think there's some cleanup there.